Hey, I'm Nicole.
I'm Lori.
Today we bought a 41-pound watermelon. Also,
Oh, we'll insert a picture here.
yeah, this is Oregon Trail stitching. Seriously, that watermelon was easily bigger than our dog's.
Yep. Grown in Oregon. Nice juicy watermelon. I look forward to those each year.
Yep. So
so
seasonal.
Yeah. This is a cross stitch channel, and today we're going to go over our works in progress, finishes, thrifty magpie items, and rescues. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay.
Nope, I think we'll just we'll put the FFOs in with the finishes. They're finishes.
Yep. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so first off, we'll start off with an update on what I've been working on. Welcome fall. Here is the chart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And you may have seen light blue boots on the model that I just showed you. The way that it's charted actually had the colors flipped, and I didn't realize that until I was halfway done with the first boot. I decided to just kind of go with it. I really like the look of the darker boots. Mm-hmm. I am currently working on the leaves, and I did do some color swapping, but I think one of the colors that I swapped was really close to one of the other colors in the leaf, so I might stitch over the middle of the top leaf with the with a darker orange. As you can see, the pumpkin has some darker oranges in there. Just to give it a little bit more dimension. We'll see where I'm at. And I think I mentioned this last time, my goal is to have this one at least finished, if not FFO'd, by the first day of fall.
Good plan.
Which is in just under a month.
What else do you got?
I shared in our last video, we shared some of my my works in progress that I've got in the current rotation. A couple nights ago, I was kind of going through sort of a doom bag of my cross stitch stuff, and saw some projects that have sort of been on the back burner for a bit. I kitted them up, some of them during the early months of COVID. Started them, got busy doing other things.
Okay, go ahead and show.
And now I think I'm ready to put them back in the rotation. So first one is this is a freebie from DMC. It's Viola Pansies.
Okay. And you can go on the DMC website and look for the freebies. Nicole, you're getting off screen here.
And this is my progress on it. Once again, I think that blue should come out. It's the water-soluble marker. That being said, it's been on there for a couple of years, so we will see what happens.
Okay. What else you got?
When I wash it. Another one that's sort of been on the back burner for a couple of years. Wild Violet cross stitch.
Show yours.
And it's sort of a cameo design with two skeletons. And I've almost gotten one of the skeletons done. So that might be one of my Halloween adjacent stitches. We'll see. Mm-hmm. I remember starting that one a couple of years back, and it's just kind of gotten tucked away, and I think I'm ready to shuffle that back in the rotation again. I also have a couple kits that I've started a little while back. This one is a Dimensions kit that I think I got at Joann a few years ago. I can't adult today. And I have gotten exactly this far on it.
It doesn't look like you adulted very well there.
You know, you can imagine it, right? This one is a Hobby Lobby kit. It is called Hedgehog. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the needle minder on here just because it's holding an active needle.
Looks pretty.
Yeah, so I got the top of the shirmy done. I might have some miscounts on the hedgehog spines, but that's okay. I'm figuring out a way to sort of delineate where I miscounted and then just start counting correctly, and then eventually it'll just all kind of fall together is my hope.
Cool. And that's your whips?
Yeah, so you want to share your whips?
Yep, I just have the two today that I'm working on. This one is from Dirty Annie's.
And we talked about this one last time.
We talked about last time. It's about don't drop the potato. It's about persevering. Yeah. And this is how far I've gotten. I've got the words and the start of the goat and the start of the tree. Yep.
And I am currently working on getting that one up to start it myself. Yep. With some more creative modifications to make it my own.
And the other one I'm working on is the Gettysburg Address, otherwise known as 272 words. And this is how far I've got.
Ooh, I like the stripes in the border.
That's what I got going on. I probably get to work on it maybe.
Is that floss called for, or did you pick your own?
It's DMC, and I'm not sure.
I just really like that red and that blue together.
Yeah, it's DMC. It's one of the options.
Cool.
So, okay. So that's our whips, right?
Yeah. I do have a couple that I am going to work on kitting up.
Getting it in the rotation.
Getting it in the rotation, and I'll talk a little bit more about sort of my general schedule for my sort of bigger seasonal projects later in the video. This one is it's called the Gobbler, and
so
it's
turkey riding a horse.
It is a turkey riding a horse, and it says the Gobbler rides again, and it looks like there's a couple different colorways that you can do.
Oh, who does it?
It is.
It's heartstring.
Heartstring samplery.
Okay.
And yeah, it's got a little story about the background of the pattern. The image came to me in a flash. A heroic wild turkey astride a fearsome stallion soaring across the night sky. I had to stitch it.
Okay.
And there's a lot more to this story. The designer is also quite the writer. So that one will be a fun one around Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not familiar. What's the other one?
The other one, as the inspiration for this one, for my doing of this one, is staring at me from across the room. This is a Dirty Annie pattern, peppermint bark.
And you'll kit that up this weekend?
I will kit that one up. This is going to be one of my not my only Christmas stitch, because it looks like it'll come together pretty quickly. And the flosses that are called for are over dyes, which I don't really have super convenient access to. I'm just going to pick a red, a green, and a white from my stash and
that'll work.
Go with that. I just went through my my Ida collection.
Ida?
Ida.
Ada. I say Ada.
Ida, if you fancy. I went through my fabric collection, and I think I've got something that'll work for this one.
You mean the border?
Well,
oh, you mean for
the stitching.
Okay.
Yep. So this one, it says the model was stitched on 32 count linen in latte by Fiber on a Whim. I don't have any of that. I do have some thrifted stuff, which we'll talk about in a bit. I've got some 28 count even weave. I do want to try it on the smaller count
To make it small.
So that I can frame it easily.
Okay.
But I think that'll be really fun. I do like hot dogs. And I actually on my 1, 2, 3 stitch wish list, I've got a few dachshund patterns that I'm looking forward to eventually having.
Okay.
So those are my my wanna-dos.
Okay. I've got 3 kitted up patterns that are, I believe, fall. I don't
That one says autumn, so I'm pretty sure it's fall.
This one, Lori Holt. That looks like a fun samplery.
I like the colors. I like how it's kind of a modern style.
Yeah.
And is that an autumn themed project bag that you have it in?
Yeah. Yep. And here's another one that I've got kitted up. This one says it uses 59 DMC flosses.
I think I've got you beat on a couple of my wanna-dos, but 59 is definitely nothing to sneeze at.
Oh yeah. Here's my project bag with the 59.
Ooh, I
59.
like that fabric on the inside, the kind of metallic gold dots.
Yeah.
Gold is such a fall color, I think.
And then I have one other fall type. This one came as a kit. We like tea stuff, so that one is.
It's always tea
It's
time.
always tea time, and it's got squirrels and a tea kettle
And some berries.
Yeah, and it is a kit. It came as a kit, so
And it's sort of rustic looking.
yeah.
I like that copper. That copper tea kettle looks like something you might thrift. And speaking of thrifting, so this is a segment that I kind of like to call Thrifty Magpie. Magpies are known for collecting, gathering, finding shiny things that appeal to them.
I've got some that I set aside here. Do you have some as well?
I don't have fabric, but
I
I do have some. What we want to show is kind of a hodgepodge. We've got thrifted kits. We've got thrifted materials, little hacks to sort of make our stitching lives easier and
Easier on the budget.
Easier on the budget and easier on ourselves.
Okay.
So first off, that is some pretty fabric. You want to talk about your fabric?
I'll just kind of show it all together. I got some different colors here, and what these are, I don't know if you recognize them, but these are linen napkins that came up from thrifting. So, for fall, that'll be kind of, napkins are pretty nice size, and it linen. Oops.
They've got that even.
This is linen.
The even thread.
So don't forget about your linen napkins. At thrift shops.
Or
estate sales,
tablecloths.
Actually, I think
you can always cut something down to make it work.
Or that I've got a linen tablecloth here too. So that'll be kind of
somewhere at home.
fun
I've got
to customize the size.
Cottony linen look placemat that I got at Walmart a couple years back.
Got a dog trying to crawl up on my lap.
A dog that we thrifted. a couple years ago.
And then also,
This is more of a hack, but
yeah, I think I've seen someone else using hair clips to just
so
kind of hold my
first
fabric.
talk about what you were originally going to try to use.
Oh, okay. So I've got a large, obviously the Gettysburg Address is going to be a large piece of fabric.
And it's going to basically be a lap cloth while you're working on it if you don't roll it up.
What I was looking for was the magnetic cord
like cord
holders.
controllers, yeah, for tidying up your desk.
Yeah, and so I couldn't find those, and then the store that we were nearby ran in and we looked at hair clips, so that works. I like to stitch in hand. I do have hoops and things, but right now I just prefer to stitch in hand, and so that extra fabric kind of weighs things down.
Gets in the way. Yeah.
I
like to. For me, it totally depends on the project whether or not I stitch in hand. Still kind of trying to get the hang of the Q-snap. Although I did get gifted a couple of those little clips to try to keep it from rolling around quite so much, which is, I think, the usual complaint people have with those.
Mm-hmm. Another thrifty item, you might have to help me hold this, is a
JoJo's like, I'll help you.
Is a magazine holder, and it conveniently is the right size for my project bags to keep them handy. So so don't forget about magazine holders that can keep your
Yep. So if you've switched
projects.
all of your magazine subscriptions to digital, or you just don't have use for that magazine holder anymore for its original purpose.
Yeah, we got that from a thrift store. So
yep, I've got one that's similar, but it's got kind of that caning on it, sort of matches the theme of my living room.
Okay, that's what I have that's thrifty.
Cool.
What do you got?
So I have a kit. I always love finding cross-stitch kits that somebody bought at some point, took it out of the package, and then never did it. So it's Elmo. It's a Janlin kit.
And it includes
the obviously the instructions. It includes floss. I will be bobbinating that.
Mm-hmm.
It comes with the fabric. It came with some bonus floss.
Some DMC.
Some DMC. I think whoever was kitting this up, because it looks like somebody did make an effort to kit it up.
Mm-hmm. And the frame.
And a cute little frame to display it in.
You need to put it up in the screen.
Which is better for me to deal with than those plastic rubbery hoops.
Mm-hmm.
They do look really nice on a project. I just hate dealing with them. But having it come with the matching frame is really cool.
Cool.
So I think that'll be a fun little quick stitch at some point. Not sure we're all
Kinda
working.
classic.
Yeah, kind of fun. This one was a kind of a fun rescue too from the same thrift store. It is somebody's embroidery project that they had started. Looks like they transferred or traced a little Holly Hobby and their little friend.
Yep. Do you know what you paid for that?
Just $2 or something. And it looks like they already, it's on just like a metal ring, really.
Show the back.
So it's on, so it looks like they did the running stitch, like they were gonna finish it, like, you would finish in a hoop. Mm-hmm. But they just did it around a little metal ring. And I actually really like the visible stitching on this one. It looks
Well, that's not actual stitching though. That's the print, isn't it? The stamp.
no. The around the edge. I actually really like that. I think it gives it character. So it'll be fun to see how I might embroider that. And then finally, something I kind of got into was making my own needle minders. So, you know, I realized after I kind of looked up, you know, hey, how do you make your own needle minders? I realized they don't have to be expensive. You can use materials that you find. Literally, this is a enamel pin that I got from Walmart on clearance last year, and it is the little rare earth magnets, the really strong ones. It's recommended that you use this kind over the ceramic ones so they don't leave marks on your project. For the glue, E6000 all the way. It is the gold standard for crafting. I've had needle minders that I've bought that were like where the magnets were attached with a different glue pop off. So I will be repairing it with the 6000. I've sourced magnets in different ways over the years. My current favorite way is Harbor Freight. You can get a pack of 10 for, I think I paid $3-ish.
For the magnet, and is that for the pay?
For the magnets. Yeah, so you use 2 magnets. So they come, the way I got them, they come in a pack of 10. So you will be using one on your needle minder, gluing one to your needle minder, and then obviously the other one will stick. And trying to kind of show how it works here. Works like a needle minder. So you have and then you have this one that holds it onto your project.
Oh, see, and I should be using one, huh? Here, show the front. I got it display.
So it,
needle.
yeah, so it is.
Except for I dropped it.
Mom does not know how to use a needle minder. So 1 pack of 10 magnets will make 5 needle minders. And you can use, because the magnets are what is holding your needle on, you don't have to, this part, the decorative part, does not have to be metal. It can be a button. It can be something cool made out of wood. On one of my projects, I think it was a hedgehog, I want to say that one was made out of like something that was carved on like a chunk of bone or something. Or like an antler. This one was a pendant that I got on clearance at Hobby Lobby. So you don't even have to buy new. Whenever I'm out thrifting or at garage sales, this time of year, lots of people are offloading things at garage sales for extra cheap because summer's coming to an end. Check out the jewelry, and just it's fun to see the different little buttons and pendants and those little lapel pins. You can really and really have fun making these.
You remove like if it's a button.
Yeah, so if it is a pin, I do use pliers to remove the shank off the button, or the pokey part off of the pin. I'm sure it's got a name.
Probably the pin.
But it's probably just called the pin. You're right. The pokey part off of the back of the pin. So yeah, just different little ways to reuse and
recycle.
yeah, and also keep our tools safe and you know. As you just heard, we have dogs, so obviously that's a situation where you don't want needles just
Random,
willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And a needle minder is great for that. Sometimes it's fun to pick one to match your project.
What else do we have today? Is that it?
Oh, I have
Rescues?
some finishes.
Oh, finishes. Okay.
So, this is a finish from earlier this year. This one was
a free pattern.
I don't remember it. I don't think it was free. I think it was maybe like a couple dollars. I think I got it off of her Etsy.
If you remember, you can insert that.
Yeah, it's on my Instagram. I posted it, so I'll insert the designer in the video because I definitely want to give her credit. So this pattern was really cool. It came in 3 different colorways.
Okay.
So you could do a pink heart, a green heart, or a blue heart.
And then it looks like there's some shadowing.
Yeah, so they did a really cool job with the shadowing and shading. It did make it a little confetti-ish to finish. But, you know, for the most part, it's got some bigger blocks of color. And then this one, I decided to make a pillow. So just used some fabric from Mom's stash and some eyelet lace from Mom's stash. And yeah, cute little pillow. That was one of my Valentine's Day adjacent finishes. So that one is an FFO. This one is also an FFO. This one was a freebie. The pattern I got from Ruth Cartwright with Craft with Cartwright, based out of the UK. It's a little white kitty. So I have this one normally hanging on the wall next to my pictures of my late cat, and it's kind of fun collecting little white cats whenever I see them. So this is one that I did earlier this year. This one was a free DMC pattern, and still trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Still trying to figure out how to remove that dot in the middle. But this was a pretty quick stitch.
Yeah, it looks like it had a lot of repetitive.
Yeah. Those wreath designs are kind of fun. This one. So this one is not the original layout of Counting is Hard.
Who did it? You'll insert that here.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah.
So what happened? Counting is hard. It proved itself?
Yes. So counting was very hard when I was doing the words. And I did not leave myself space to put things where they were originally charted.
And was it also the size of the fabric too? Was that part of the problem too?
Maybe. I think I may have slightly underestimated the size. So the fabric did become a little bit of a challenge when I was sort of recharting my design. Because I had to move the tomato, which was probably the hardest part, because I'd already done the bird. The bird was set.
So it comes out to like lesson learned planning.
Yeah, I mean, since then I've sort of I like using my purple pen to sort of grid out tricky areas. Doing the big stuff first helps. This one I got kind of fortunate because there were some smaller items, some skinnier items that could fit in tighter spots. Some motifs I sort of decided to omit.
So this is not as charted.
This is not as charted, but I think
the theme is there.
The theme is there. The intent is there. The intent is very much there. And this one was fun. So
the seam ripper looks like you can just reach out and grab it.
That I think is probably that, and the life-size bobbin. Like, I think that's almost the actual size of the bobbin.
Oh, that's a bobbin and not a spool?
It's a bobbin.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, nice.
Obviously, this person bobbinates.
Oh, nicely done, babe.
This one was my, I want to say this one was another freebie from Caterpillar. I want to say Caterpillar Cross Stitch.
You'll insert.
I will verify and insert. So this one was a pretty quick stitch. I love the lettering for B, and I love that there's a little bee on there. This one was another lesson. If you're gonna pre-cut your fabric, err on the side of too much.
Be generous.
Yes.
Measure with love.
Yeah. Yes. Measure your fabric the way you measure chocolate chips or vanilla.
I'd almost do some more bees.
I
would almost throw in some more bees around the
yeah.
side, 'cause those look like fun to.
Yeah. So this one, I'm still trying to figure out how I want to FFO this one. It is pretty tight. I might just try to mount this one somehow. I'm almost wondering if I had maybe tried to use a scrap for this one. That looked like it was going to be the right size, and then it's almost the right size. So I did a little reshaping on the bee's wings, just to kind of get it to fit without being too tight. But I mean, I think it turned out cute.
It did. Yeah. I wouldn't know the difference.
I know, and I beat myself up about it every single day of my life. So
no, I do like the lettering. That's nice.
Yeah. No, this one was a fun one.
And you can customize the colors.
Oh, for sure. There's no shading or anything. It's 3 different pinks.
Yep.
Actually, I think this one is more of a red. But 3 different warm colors gives you your heart. Mm-hmm. And then, you could probably do like a glittery fabric or a glittery thread on the bee if you wanted, or different ways to customize it, especially those freebies. Mm-hmm. You can really make it your own. Something I kind of wanted to share. So I went full bore into organization. I printed myself out a little quarterly calendar, just from Calendarpedia, and sort of charted out my major projects, kind of the time frame I want to be working on them. This does not mean that it's going to be the only project I work on this entire time.
You got July, August.
Yeah, so it's August. I've been working on Welcome Fall all month. I'm hoping to be done. My goal is to have it done by the first day of fall. Mm-hmm. And then I've got Halloween in parentheses because I don't have a specific project in mind, but I want to do something Halloween.
Well, it's nice to see it all on one page. I know some people have the books.
The book
they
of
can
days.
do all the stickers and decorating, but this...
And I might want to do that at some point.
But this you can take a quick look at it.
You can also erase or white out if you change your mind.
And that's from Calendar what?
Calendarpedia. So Calendarpedia is a website where you can.
Is it free?
It is free, and any calendar that you can think of for your own organizational purposes. You know, if you need 3 years at a glance on one page, you got it. If you're the kind of person that likes to build your own planner, it's a really good source of calendars. They've got weekly, they've got daily, they've got hourly.
And you already are planning Q4 too?
I actually printed these out through 2025.
Gotcha.
So, and this is in no way set in stone. Just kind of.
Do you choose your colors that you want to print in, or is it choose it for you?
So it comes in a couple of preset color schemes, and as you can see, it's sort of seasonal. So this does not show up as such on the camera. Unfortunately, it's orange for October.
Gotcha.
But then you're getting into the winter months, and it's kind of a cool blue. So November, looking at some Thanksgiving projects. Peppermint bark toward the end of November, unless I decide I want to start earlier, because that's my choice. Some sort of advent calendar for December I think would be really fun. I've got a plastic canvas one that I thrifted. I'm not sure if I want to dive into that one this year. But I think I've got a pattern for an advent calendar somewhere in my stash of freebs.
Okay. Do you have some other, what do we call it? Rescues.
I'm going to whip the calendar out again. So this is a rescue I think that we got in Anchorage when we were visiting.
Okay. There's a little bit of glare on there.
Goodwill. Yeah, so always when
there's no note on it at all. No identifiers from who.
Yeah. I do know that this is a fairly common pattern. Like you'll see these from time to time in thrift stores. Always when you're traveling, go to the thrift store. So it's sort of vintagey, sort of quirky. It goes really nicely in my living room with the sort of outdoorsy mid-century. Little hiker dude. This one does have a note on it.
Oh, it does.
So that one, I'm trying to remember.
I can see what you paid for it too.
Yeah, so $3. I think that one was at a Salvation Army. This one looks like it was stitched on a pretty high count of fabric. So made it nice and small. Look at that back stitching. I think I mentioned Mom loves back stitching. This one.
This is a needle point, I think.
This one also has an inscription on the back.
And this is a rescue.
This is a rescue. This was a unicorn for sure. So it is a needlepoint, and it's got a couple of different needlepoint stitches in there.
And what is the message on the back?
It says, "Happy birthday, Joe, June 20th, 1985, Kathleen."
Neat. And the frame's nice too.
Yep. Yeah, so this one is, looks like it was professionally framed. And, we like the outdoors in this house, so that one was a fun one to add to my collection.
Well, I think that kind of does it for this, or kind of wrap it up. We do have some photos from visiting one of the many or few interpretive centers.
I don't know. It seemed like there were quite a few on that map.
Yeah, interpretive centers for the Oregon Trail, and so we'll just share a little bit that what we saw
It's
at the Baker City.
Pretty cool, full history, and I mean, I learned about the Oregon Trail back in 4th grade, if not, a little bit earlier, and I mean, I learned some new things.
Yeah, they did a real nice job at the Interpretive Center.
Isn't this the one that they recently
renovated?
Yeah.
So we'll share that, and until next time, I'm Lori.
Nicole.
See ya.